Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Nat Fashion Hub, the best fashion channel in the world. So we had cut this jacket before, alright. Today we are going straight into the stitching of it. If you are interested in this content, subscribe so that whenever I drop my amazing videos, you will be notified. So this is the back side of the back piece I am marking here, and these are the front pieces. This is one side, this is the other side of the front piece. So I'm not going to be talking much. I'll just be chipping in, and as you closely observe what I'm doing, you'll understand how to stitch this. So first is to join the shoulders, as you can see me doing. This is the yoke here. You can see the way I place the back and the front piece together, and then my yoke on top of it. I've joined several tops, stitched several tops on this channel. You can look at it in case you don't understand here very well. And also guys, my suit class is going on. If you're interested in joining my suit class, hit the subscribe button below and check in the description. There's a link to my suit class. If you're interested in joining my suit class, there's a link below. Hit that link and you join my suit class. So I've joined the two shoulders. These are the front. This is where I'm going to fix my zip. So watch carefully how I'm going to stitch the yoke behind. Just watch closely. I'm going to work on the yoke behind. So you can see I'm done stitching the yoke. You can see how it's coming out. I'll turn this allowance in. This side should be like this and like this. That's the zip allowance, guys. So now I am locating the front pockets where they will be, and so from the shoulder here I am marking down at 20 inches. That's where the the front pockets will be. From the shoulder there I'm marking, this is 20 inches. That's where my pocket will start. The same place I'll mark this way, 20 inches. The next thing I'm going to do now is to mark the wideness of the pocket from the center. From the center, I'm going to mark the wideness of the pocket from the center. It is going to be at 6 inches, and then the depth of it is going to be 7 inches. 7 inches, and down here I'm going to mark it to open by 8 inches from the center, or let's just make it 10 so that it will flare out, so that it will be slanty rather. You can see that. So I'll do the same thing on the second side. You see that? So this is where our pockets are going to be. So we'll take it to the machine now and we will stitch our pockets. So you can see this black fabric. I've already gone my pocket area. This black fabric here, I've also cut it to the wideness of 4 inches. Okay, the length is 9. You can see the way I folded it. The pocket wideness is 1 inch and the pocket opening is at 6.5 inches. That's the length of the pocket opening. So watch carefully how I am going to place it and stitch it. You can see the line that was already there, drawn there. So I'm placing this on that line. Okay, I'll place slightly into the front, about half inch away from that line that I made there. Can you see? About half inch away from this line. Can you see that? Now stitch it. Just watch my placing carefully so that you will not make a mistake when placing yours. So the next thing now is to bring the what will serve as a pocketing. So you can see this here is serving as a pocketing. I've cut it to be a length of 15 by wideness of 10 inches. Is serving as my pocketing. So watch carefully how I am going to place it. Now I'm going to stitch this on an allowance of 1 inch. You see that I have 1 inch there, so I'm going to stitch it on an allowance of 1 inch, so that when I turn it, it will cover exactly. So just watch, guys. I'll mark my 1 inch all the way, and I will sew and stop the same point with the first stitch. So you can see this, guys. I've done with that line, that stitch. You can see this. Now watch carefully how I'm going to cut it. If you're already conversant or you know how to cut a back pocket when you are stitching your trouser, is the same way. Cut it carefully. Can you see? Just watch it while I'm cutting it. So you observe just the way I'm cutting it. It's very simple. If I used to making trousers, it's the same method for working on back pockets of trousers. Alright, just watch carefully how I am going to turn it in. You can see how simple it is. Just like how you work on your back trousers. Alright, so look at it carefully. You can see it's already taking shape. It's already taking shape. You can see where I'm going to stitch behind. Just watch carefully what I'm doing and you will get it. It's quite simple. You can see it. So I'll do the same thing at the other edge. I'm going to do the same thing here, just like I did the other side. And I'll do the same thing on the pocket for the other side of the front piece as well. So you can see this, very simple, looking very neat. We'll move to the second piece and we'll do the same thing. Just watch how I'm going to close it, okay? So I'll trim the excess off. I'll just trim off the excess and then I'll go to the machine and weave it so it will be all neat. You can see it shouldn't show outside. So I'll go weave it and then finish it. So this is the sleeve here. So watch carefully how I'm going to work on this sleeve. the wideness of that sleeve. You can see I've shortened the elastic here so that it will have to compress a little to assume the shape of the sleeve, okay, therefore causing it to compress a little. Just watch and see. This elastic I'm attaching at the sleeve is shorter than the wideness of the sleeve itself. So watch carefully how I'm going to work on this. And this elastic, I've cut it to be a wideness of 4.5. I've cut it to be a wideness of 4.5. So fold into 2 like this, we're having 2.25. You can cut it to be a wideness of 6, so that at least when you are done it will be 2.5. That is the black. So this is my sleeve now. I'm closing to some level. Then I'll attach the black to it. So watch carefully how I'm going to attach it. Can you see? I'll put it in. So while stitching, I'm pulling the black a little. I'm pulling it a little. Since the black is shorter than the sleeve itself, I'm pulling it, and at the end it will have a compressing effect on the sleeve. Just watch and see. When I'm done, you'll see how it will look like. So I'm going to weave it around. You can see I've weaved it. Can you see it's looking? So let me turn it over so that you see. You can see there's a compressing effect at the end of the sleeve before where the band is attached. So that's how to do that for the sleeve. The next thing for us to do for the second sleeve as well, and I'm done with that. We'll go ahead now to attach our sleeve to the body of the jacket. When I was cutting this sleeve, there was a notch I made on the sleeve. I'm making that same notch on the shoulder so that we'll know where the sleeve joins exactly to the shoulder. So just watch carefully how I stitch it. So can I see the way I'm stitching it? Now I'm going to do the same thing I've done here with the other side of the sleeve. So I might not be showing us that so that we don't save time. The second sleeve, I'm going to do the same thing I did here. This is just how to join it. So this is where the second sleeve is supposed to be attached. So I'll go ahead and attach the second sleeve. This is it right here. So I'm going to do exactly what I did to the other one. So you can see I've attached the 2 sleeves. Now is to close by the sides after attaching the 2 sleeves. So I'm stitching this by a 1/2 inch allowance. That was the allowance I left for the seam. So I'm using a 1/2 inch allowance to stitch it all the way down. And I'll go ahead and do the same thing for the other side as well. So having done that, the next thing for us to do is to attach the band that is beneath the jacket. So watch carefully how I'm going to attach this band. This band, I've cut it to be the length of it is shorter than the length of the circumference of the jacket down. Okay, that's why I'm pulling it, so that it will create a gathering effect. Okay, just like the sleeve, it will create a gathering effect. So you can see I've run all through to the other side as well. The next thing is for us to attach our zip, and watch carefully how I'm going to attach this zip. I'm stitching this zip on the bad side. Okay, I'm stitching it on the bad side. After attaching this zip, the next thing we're going to do is to work on the neck, and we are done with this video. So you can see the zip is okay. So we'll go ahead to stitch the second side as well. Just pay attention, look closely, and watch how I am fixing this zip. You can see. See, after attaching this zip, you attach in a way that when you are done, the two edges should be equal. You can see the two edges should be equal when you are done fixing. One shouldn't be higher than the other, so you can see the way I place it to ensure that the two edges of the front pieces are equal. And then I'll stitch it as well carefully. So just watch carefully what I'm doing. I'll zip it to be sure that the two edges are equal, you see, before I'll stitch to the end, so that I don't stitch and when I'm done I discover that the edges were not equal. So I'll stitch it, then I'll continue I'll zip it and see that the edges are equal, then I'll continue the stitching. Alright, so just watch carefully how I'm stitching it. So down here you ensure that the black edges are equal. You ensure that as you are stitching, the edges of the black are equal, meeting at the same place. Carefully do that. So you can see that this is accurate. Okay, can you see the edges of the black are together at the same place? So the next thing for us to do is to go ahead now and can you see this is fine, this is zip, is to go ahead now and work on the neck and attach it. Now when cutting this dress, you can see it, when cutting this jacket, the neck was actually the normal size of the customer's neck, but because of the neck pattern we are doing, okay, because of the neck we are attaching, we are going to deepen the neck sideways. We deepen it in by 1 inch, okay, for the sake of the black we are attaching on the neck. So you can see I'm marking it there. I used 3/4 inch there, but you use 1 inch. But if you want, you can see the 3/4 I used anyway, but 1 inch will give a better result. So I'm going to cut it out. Watch carefully how I'm cutting it. Alright, so You see, we'll now measure the neck to see the size of neck we have here. We'll measure it and see. So what we have here is 10. Alright, so let's try and finish this up. It's actually not that difficult. So this is the pattern paper. We're going to use to draw the pattern for the neck. Just forget about that line I drew there for now. Just take note of the mark, just the mark. Okay, look at how curved the neck is. You see, I'm doing it, making a curve, not straight. So we are going to give it a height of 1 inch here. Just watch, 1 inch there, and here I'm giving 1.5 inch. At this point, still 1 inch. So just watch carefully how I'm going to draw this neck. See that? So the neck, you see, from this line here, I'm starting it by 1/2 inch, but I'll increase the length rather, because this that is here is short for the neck. So I'm going to check it first. What we have here is not up to 10, and remember it's 10 we need, so I'm going to push it to almost the end of this paper. Can you see that? So that we can get the 10 we are looking for. That's why I said you should not forget about the line I marked there for now. So you can see I'm extending it to the end. Now I'll join to the previous sketch I have there. I'm sorry, I thought it was up to 10. Sorry about that. So I'll cut it out carefully. Cut it out carefully. So I'm going to use this now on my black piece to produce a neck. Okay, I've done that. This is it. But the piece is not long, so I'm going to actually join it. Alright, I'm going to actually join it because the piece is not long. I'm going to join it. So after that, I'll use it to produce. But I'll use it to produce the wrapper. So the neck inside will be the wrapper and outside will be the black. I'll give a little allowance here. So inside of the neck will be the wrapper, and outside the Ankara, and outside will be the black. So I'll join it here. Can you see this? I'll turn it and iron it, and I'll attach it to this Ankara. I'll stitch it and turn it over. Just watch, guys, just watch. This is very simple and straightforward. I'll notch it so that it will turn easily and be flat. After that, I'm going to iron it properly. Apply water so that the ironing will actually be smooth. So I've ironed it, can you see? So the next thing for us to do now is to attach this neck to the jacket. Look at the notch I made here. That is the center of the neck at the back. So I'm going to place this wrapper on it, you see, and I'll stitch. Just watch carefully how I'm doing this. You can see this is the end of it, the stitch I'm making. Now I am stitching. This is the good side of the jacket. I'm stitching on the good side of the jacket with the black part of the neck facing the good side of the jacket. Can you see this? So I'll do the same thing to the second side. But this second side, I will start from the end of the neck, the zip area here, and stitch to the center. Guys, we're almost done. If you are interested in this video, please subscribe so that more videos like this will come your way. I would really appreciate if you can subscribe and share this video. Thank you, guys. So you can see we have done that. The next thing is for us to fold it down and stitch on it, top stitch. But this is after I have weaved the neck inside. Before I'm doing this, I have weaved the neck inside so that it will be very neat before running this top stitch outside. Okay, I've weaved it. You can see we are almost done here. This is very simple. You can see is the neck. You can see everything is done. You can see how nice this is looking. So thanks for watching. Welcome to Nat Fashion Hub, the best fashion channel in the world. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you subscribe. I hope you will join my suit class. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Thank you.